Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. We're going to be talking about a topic that I think is incredibly important, and of course, we've been covering it quite a lot throughout the last few months, and that is the Pokemon Nintendo versus Pocket Pair and Palworld lawsuit that has been going on. And it looks like we've gotten another layer to this story as far as Pocket Pair now making changes. Now, this happened a few days ago, and it has quite caught the ire of a lot of people, and that is the throwing mechanic, so to speak, for Palworld. The update dropped, and now a lot of you guys have noticed that how you throw pals is really, you kind of just summon them right next to you. And this was done without, any kind of heads up from Pocket Pair. I mean, Pocket Pair isn't going to hype up something like this. Like, hey, we're going to be negatively impacting our game because of this lawsuit. I actually think, maybe putting out some sort of statement would have been good about, hey, this changes in relation to this. However, I also do know in the world of a legal battle, you really can't say much, you really can't do much that Nintendo is gonna take and be like, hey, they could spin anything. They could take a statement wording, I'm not a legal expert, but if they did say, hey, we are changing this because of the lawsuit, that is almost at that point admitting fault, and I think that would be the issue on why they didn't put out a statement. They just made the change, and then they're going about their merry way. You could also say that, hey, just them on the basis of changing it is them kind of admitting fault, so it'll be interesting to see how all of this turns out. So Eurogamer does have an article, and a lot of people are upset about this. This is from the version 3.11 patch notes. Pocket Pair's latest update means it's no longer possible to summon captured creatures to a specific spot by aiming and throwing a PAL sphere. Instead, PALs are now summoned directly next to players when PAL spheres are held out. Additionally, the UI reticle is now only displayed while aiming. This is obviously in relation to the lawsuit going on, because there's actually a lawsuit that was filed. Nintendo's Pokeball patent could be at the heart of its lawsuit, and this was actually filed in December of 2021. So you can make the argument, hey, they filed that a long time ago. I would immediately push back on that, on the standpoint of, if we are patenting game mechanics, we are at murky territory. But even if it was filed in December of 2021, Palworld was actually revealed in 2021, well before this patent was filed. So, Nintendo obviously had the inclination. Look, Nintendo's not dumb. They are doing these things to counteract Palworld, and when they had all their ducks in a row, now is when they are going after Pocket Pair and Palworld, because they deem either they could cause a severe headache for Pocket Pair even if they don't win the lawsuit, because at the end of the day, going through a lawsuit, it's not just about the end result. The whole process is a lot of mental turmoil, especially for a smaller studio like Pocket Pair, whereas Nintendo is this behemoth. Like, Nintendo, the financial strain is gonna be a drop in the bucket. Yes, Palworld sold an obscene amount of copies. It's a big IP now, but at the end of the day, Pocket Pair is not a Nintendo. This is still going to be a bit of a hurdle for them to overcome, and now we have no statement as far as what's going on and what the updates are gonna entail. Now, if you actually look at the clip of the pals being summoned and being not even thrown out, I guess you would just say it just being spawned right next to you. It's terrible. This is a step backwards, and this is, I feel, the first indication of this lawsuit actually being a detriment to the game. And imagine that. Nintendo is now doing something that is affecting the game in terms of what you are getting. Your purchase that you made of this game, you spent $30 on it, maybe you bought it on sale recently. Nintendo has now seemingly negatively impacted your purchase. They negatively impacted the game, and it might be something minuscule, it might be something small, but just the fact that in a vacuum that this is happening, if you just assess it in a vacuum, take away all of the accessory components on whether or not this lawsuit should exist, you made a purchase, and now Pocket Pair, because of reasons, was forced to do something, I'm gonna say forced, because of this lawsuit, that is now negatively impacting your gameplay experience. And I would say overwhelming. I am not joking, you guys. there's somebody that goes to the same gym as me that is super into PALWORLD, and I talked to him about it, and I was like, hey, are you still playing PALWORLD? And this was what he immediately brought up. I know this is like, oh my god, the dude at the barbershop told me this, and you're gonna be like, oh, that didn't happen. You know what? I should like try to find him and be like, yo, like, do a video and join me on a video and complain about this, because yes, this man was complaining, and it's not just him. I'm just saying, in real life, that happening, that was kind of wild. The fact is, you look at social media, and it's not like this is an isolated experience that only one person is upset about. X Hunter is the user that uploaded a clip of it, of how it looks like, and if you play the game, you could see it for yourself. It's terrible. It's terrible. I do hope that they go back to the drawing board and do something different that would circumvent the lawsuit, but also not be this lame. Like, could you do something, I don't know, like a laser beam that spawns the PAL, and it's like a laser, I don't know, like a laser launcher that, well, could you do something like Helldivers, like you set something out in the air and then it like lands into the ground? I don't know exactly what would be the easiest way to go around something like this, but man, again, this is going to be one of the most important gaming stories to cover in 2025, because it is going to be something that is a case study going forward, and that's really, when you step outside of the vacuum, why it's a little bit daunting that if Nintendo can do something like this, I'm not gonna say a lot of other publishers are gonna jump on board and see something that is mimicking their design, or they perceive to be mimicking their design, and then they're gonna go up in arms. And let's be real, mechanically, I'm sure Nintendo doesn't have that big of an issue. If this game just adopted fundamental mechanics of Pokemon, I don't think that would be that big of an issue. We all know why they are going after PALWORLD. It may be utilizing these pens, but rest assured, that is a means to an end. That is not what they are upset about. Anybody that has a functioning brain cell can tell you that the reason they're upset about it is the design choices, and they are using the patents as a means to an end. I absolutely believe that. If you want to say I'm being a conspiracy theorist and no, they actually have an issue with them utilizing these game mechanics, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think they are using this as a means to an end and negatively impacting Pocket Pair. We all know, even if PALWORLD blew up, it wouldn't, like, Pokemon would still be massive. They're different gameplay experiences, but I definitely understand why Nintendo, from their vantage point, would be a little bit scared about a game utilizing their art design ultimately getting better received. Look at the Steam reception for PALWORLD right now. I know we don't have user receptions in the form of Steam reviews on a Nintendo eShop, but the recent Pokemon games have not had a unanimously positive reception like PALWORLD seemingly does. A 94% positive reception, an overwhelmingly positive reception on that. I'm sure that the reception towards PALWORLD being as positive as it is, and it exploding the way it has, certainly does instill a little bit of fear in Nintendo. You would hope that they would utilize that pressure and maybe a little bit of fear. A little bit of fear, I think, is healthy in terms of, enhancing their game, improving their experiences, but I digress. It is what it is, and I guess Nintendo just views this as a better way to do it. And this is only the first of many things to come, and how this lawsuit ultimately transpires is going to be, again, one of the most important stories of 2025, because it is going to have ramifications for gaming in totality. And I get it that there's a lot of Nintendo fans out there. Look, I love a lot of Nintendo games. I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan, but I love a lot of their games. But realize that this is going to have consequences for gaming as a whole. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, interested to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.